Hi everyone, this is Diane. I'm back to finish the last signature for the journal that's going to go in my shop, one of them, and then I'll do the other one off the camera because I'll be just doing the same things. So we have a lot to do in this signature, so let's get started. This is these are pages from my journal that I'm copying for in here, but they're different. All the elements look different, see? So this I'm just gonna put on as a tuck spot. This is the cover, part of the cover of a Hallmark Bridge score sheet pad. And then there is a yearbook picture there and a pretty ruffle. So like I said, I'll just glue this down to be a tuck spot. We made all these ephemera pieces in previous videos, so now we're just making the pages and adding the elements that we already made. And I'm going to just tuck in a tag. It's made with a vintage magazine ad and a die cut, border cut, cardstock piece. Just trying to get my brain to work. And I think I'll add a vintage magazine piece in here also. Looking for the right shape. I just want like a square that'll stick out a little bit. But these are all skinny pieces. Oh, this one's cute. Got too big. Nope, that'll work. I'll just glue it to some cardstock before we're done. I'll do that later. This one in mine says, save 25 cents. No, let's buy me a toy. Now this one, I folded these in because I didn't want to lose this German text, and the one in mine doesn't have a folded in, so I decorated the edge, and I did this little cluster. This comes out. Don't know if I gathered supplies to do it for this one. Let's see here. Yes, I did. But I don't want to cut the edge of the page. So I think what I'll do is I will glue this here. This is for the other side of the page. This goes here. And I guess these just get tucked into the pocket over here. Okay, so I'm just going to glue this on to this flap. think I'll just glue that down here. So you lift that up and you'll see the picture. And this will just be clipped in there. And I can use one of these paper clips to do this. I'll just clip all these pieces together for the next journal. I didn't put one of these in my journal. I'll probably move that around to a different page in my journal so I can actually clip something in there. So now moving on to this side of the page. Oh, I didn't know I had two pieces there. So I thought I already had some of these prepared because I glued something, a decorative piece on them, and I moved the black stickers to this side so there's a space for writing. But I guess I don't know where they are. I thought I already did it, but maybe I didn't. So we'll just do it again. This is some automobile service card. And I think they put a sticker on for the next time something was due, because it has months along the edge. So maybe it was oil change due. But I'm just gonna randomly put them on. I can glue this right to the flap, I think. I made it a pocket, so I think I'll leave it like that so I can see the German words, and I will make this a pocket. I'll glue this down. And we can tuck this City Market ticket or receipt and this calendar, 1965 from Kodak. Tuck that in there. They're kind of loose. That'll help hold them in place. So that means I will put this crochet pocket on this side instead of on the back. My camera shut off because storage was full, so I had to take the time to clear some storage, and now we're back in business. So we did this. I know we finished this in the first part of the video. So now we're on to this. I think we were all done with this. No, we weren't. We were going to add the crochet pocket. So obviously this is a blue cardstock, and I cut a piece of this vintage crochet piece. I don't even know if it's actual crochet, but it's a cotton work piece. And that is part of the videos of ephemera. And what is going to go in that pocket? A tag with a photograph on it, and I think I misplaced it. Oh no, it is this one. Got a little photograph on it. So that'll go in there. And then also the tall pieces of clothing that go with the doll that's on the cover of this journal will go in there. And now this page is done. That's the first page of the third signature. The next page is fabric ticking. It's a sturdier fabric. I sewed all the way around so it wouldn't fray too much. And I'm just going to glue this. It's for a sports bar restaurant. Somebody drew on the back of that. My family went there on our way home from Hershey a few summers ago. A couple summers ago, 2 or 3 maybe, when we went to a concert. And it's close to home. It's in Elmira, New York, which is about half an hour away. So we stopped there for lunch, and I kept all of the coasters that we used, and I'm just going to glue that down, make a little tuck spot. And I just have this little strip of photos from yearbook to tuck in. You can glue it to something if you want to write on the back, or cut these up and use them in ephemera throughout your journal. A claim check and a project life card. They will all go in there once it's dry. And on this side, I'm going to glue this flash card that we sewed around it, we put a tab on it, and then we added this vintage Borden coupon. And I'm just going to make it a tuck spot. Now I'll still have finishing touches to do on all the journals, making sure there are the things I wanted tucked in to pockets, and ribbons or strings or fabric or something on the top of the tags. But this is a tag made with a time card and an image from a sewing pattern catalog. Here is a piece that I made with an image from an old magazine for Comstock pie sliced apples. I put an eyelet in it and a bulb pin, and I'm just going to attach it right here. You can take it off and write on it. You can move it around wherever you'd like it to be. And on the back, I have this yearbook picture of some cheerleaders that I'm going to sew down here, glue here to make a pocket. I think maybe I should sew it. I sewed it on mine, so I'll be right back. And in here I'm going to put a tag. That's a stamped tag. Let's see what other tags I have. A sweet little girl and a grungy number. Contrast. She's a little tall for the page. Oh, I'm going to sew this down because it keeps wanting to come off. This page is just a little bit shorter than this one for some reason. So probably the third one is too. But she will stick up from the page, but she won't stick out of the book. Okay, so that page is done. Then we just have a yellow ledger page that I didn't do anything to, and a billhead or a letterhead page. We are going to do something with that. I have this printed bias tape or seam binding bias tape. So I'm going to sew that around the edge of this. I'm doing a lot of sewing in this one. I sewed the bias tape around the edge, and I sewed around the border of this old photograph from 1959. It has the date right there. And since this was a wider border because it was in a booklet to begin with, I added some fancy stitches there. So all I have to do is glue it down and insert a tag. And this I've had in my stash. It is from, I think it's from a sewing book, and it talks about the colors you get when you dye with these different plants. I don't want that to get down into the glue. And I think that's all I'm doing in this page. Moving right along. And then we have, this one is going to take a little more time. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3. Yeah, this is the last page. Wow. All right, so we need a scrapbook paper. Why don't I have a scrapbook paper page? Oh, I do. It's right here. But I didn't fold it the right way, so I'm going to choose something different. So I'm going to fold it so it's 7 inches, and that means that part would be 5 inches. And we will build it out. Yeah, it doesn't matter because I can flip it around. There we go. That side is 7 inches. And this will be easy. I just need to glue this little tablet piece down. And I'm going to use this to build the page out. So this is one of the cards for a printing service, Complete Printing Plate Service, S.J. Kelly Engraving Company. And this is like an original piece because you can see where there was some whiteout and corrections, and this is glued together where they cut a piece out and made a corrected part to put on it. It's pretty cool. But I need to decorate the back of this with a printed paper, digital paper. So I use that and a piece of this graph notebook digital paper, and then the card will cover the rest of the white space. I'll put this strip down first. Now, I wonder how much of this will be covered, because I don't want to waste this. I can cut some of that off. Well, it wouldn't be much. It'd just be that piece there. All right, then I will glue this on. Use this for a template. And there is a little bit of space right here, up there. And I filled in with just a couple of stamped images. This piece was short, and so I filled in that with a stamped tag. Okay, I'm going to mark with a pencil where this will go, just because I have a template I can use. I had to figure it out the first time. And I'm sure I just used one of the full pages to know where this would go, how far out this would go. So I'm just going to put some glue right where the lines are. I like that. Guaranteed to be strictly high grade, but it's on that stenciled paper. And I like the colors of that with what we're doing in this journal. So I'll use that up here. And this says strictly handmade. That's strictly high grade, and this is strictly handmade. I kind of feel like I want to put something on this edge, just decorative, not to hide anything. Do I want that many or just one accent? I'll just sprinkle a few accents around. All right, now I just need to fold the page. Was I supposed to decorate the back of that? Nope, I didn't on that one, so I guess it's okay. You have that nice rusty paperclip print in there, so that's your decoration. I feel like I didn't fold it enough. I think I folded it in the wrong spot. There we go. And then in this pocket, move these papers out of the way. In this pocket, I have this doll collector's card. I've had these in my stash for a long time. And this piece that we did in one of our videos, and that's perfect. The orange goes very nicely with that. And I used one of those lined digital papers to line the back of that. And I think that's all I have in here. Oh, nope, this card. This is a vintage Carlton House, Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania hotel card. I don't know what the card was supposed to be for, but I have 3 of those, so each journal is going to get one. I'm actually going to use them. Those are the kind of things I just want to hang on to. And then I'm just going to glue this cute little girl here with a digital label. Okay, I think that is the last page. And then this one. So we have 3 signatures. This is the thickest one. And let's choose a cover. Doesn't really matter which cover it goes into. And the doll that goes in this one is, I think it's the pink one. This one, yeah, the green one goes in here. So the pink one goes in here, and I think we've got time for me to go through and put the clothes in the pockets, and probably when I mail it out, before I mail it out, I will choose an outfit. And I do have some threads that came with other lace-up dolls. I didn't have any that came with these dolls, but I will sew an outfit onto the doll before I send her out. So I have to go through my journal to remember where I put the clothes. I'll figure out where they came from. Oh, they came from this. All right, we're going to go through this and put the clothes in. First of all, I will divide the clothes up into their sizes. That's a tall one. And these are the smaller pieces. Don't want them to get lost in a big pocket. It's kind of small too. Okay. Just going through my book here. Maybe I don't have any in the first signature. Nope, guess not. But I have them right in the front of the second signature. So I put this size down in here. And this pocket can hold these smaller pieces. Oh, I get a lot of them in this one. This pocket right here is for these dresses, and I made that pocket too short. Yeah, I'm gonna have to put them somewhere else. I'll have to put something else in there. Wonder if I could put these in sideways. Yeah. Okay, we'll do that. And then the last signature must have the other clothes. I mean, I can always tuck them in there if I have to. Now, I don't remember this having... I need to look in this one. No, this is the one I need to look in. Yeah, they're in the back. They're in that. Okay. Now, how are we doing with the... I think this is pretty full. How exciting. I have to figure out what I'm going to do with the ribbon tie on mine and on this one, because I put it on this first cover that I made and then I completely forgot it. So tying it closed. I'll figure it out. This one is mine. And I have one more journal to do. And I think I'm going to do the spine dangles on these because they're just too much fun to not have a fun dangle. So these have so much work in them and so many vintage and antique pieces that these will be in the upper price range of my journals, just to give you a warning. I don't know the price until I'm all done with them. But I think these are going to be so fun, and I can't wait to see what you guys think of them when they're done. Thanks for watching today, and I will show you how I put them together. That will probably be the final video showing how if this is going to be a start to finish, I need to show you how I put the signatures into the spine and maybe even do the bead dangle. We'll see. We've got more to do, so hang in there with me. And I'm having fun with it. I hope you are. And I also hope that you're having a creative day. I'll see you soon. Bye.